Hey, what's up everyone, Ollie here. So more of a finance related video. I know a lot of you guys are interested in sort of my career as a designer, businesses, all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to do more of those types of videos. So iOS 14 was released a few weeks ago. And with that, a lot of people started customizing their iPhone screens and having custom icons and things like that. I saw people making their own icon packs. So I thought, hey, why don't I make my own? Because I wanted something that was more my sort of style. It's a shame it's taken this long for widgets and icons and things to come to iOS, considering it's been out on Android pretty much forever. So yeah, I spent a day making the icons, and yeah, I thought I'd just cover the most popular icons. And the funny thing is, that day as well was a day that I had to go into hospital for my chemotherapy. I'm fighting my cancer and things like that, so I have to have regular chemotherapy. And yeah, I was there for an hour or two. But anyway, I just spent the sort of time either side of it, before and after, because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy designing. I enjoy messing around with sort of design assets and things like that. So I thought, hey, if I can make some money from it, why not? Because I'm seeing other people make money from it too. By 6 o'clock, my icons were ready. I put them up for sale. I shared them on Instagram, Twitter, and my blog. And the sales pretty much started rolling in straight away. So I have some stats here in front of me. And because I put them up for sale at 6 p.m, so I only had 6 hours of the day left, I'm able to see how much I made in those 6 hours. And I can see here that in those 6 hours, on Tuesday, September the 22nd, I made $1,800. So I pretty much made $1,800 in 6 hours, and I was blown away. I definitely wasn't expecting so many people to be interested in these icons. So if we look at the stats and we add up everything that I made over the week following the release of the pack, I can see that I've made over $9,000. Now, I definitely wasn't expecting to make anywhere near that much. I was maybe expecting to make a few $100s, maybe $1,000, but I wasn't expecting to make $9,000 in a week, especially when you consider the overheads and the cost of making an icon pack and a digital asset and selling it is pretty much minimal. The only thing I really have to pay for is my own time, the programs, the stuff that I use, I guess sort of the computer that I use in a way, and of course like transaction fees and things like that. But most of it is pretty much pure profit. Naturally, the first few days made up the bulk of the sales, and now it's sort of tapering off, sort of going down and leveling off. I'd say right now I'm making anywhere between $100 to $200 a day, and I expect that to taper off even further. But if we look at how much I've made since the release of the icons, so today it is the 17th of October and I released them on the 22nd of September. So it hasn't been a month yet, but even then I've made $14,000. Made $14,000 in a month. And yeah, like I said, that's pretty much pure profit. I expect them to continue to make money. I don't think I'm going to make sort of $1,000 a day or anything like that, unless it's sort of shared on like some big blog or something like that, or a big website. But yeah, I expect them to continue making money for the next few days, for the next few weeks, maybe even the next few months. It's become a great source of passive income, mainly because the upkeep and taking care of a product like this is just pretty much minimal. I just got to make sure customers are happy, and I've got to maybe update it now and then with popular apps and things like that. But yeah, other than that, to maintain it, it is very, very minimal. Now, it may have taken me a day to make these icons, and making $14,000 out of a day's work, that's pretty impressive. And on top of all of my other sources of income that I have as well, I have another business that makes $1 million a year, but that'll be something I'll cover in another video. Yeah, it all sort of just adds up. But I see it as years worth of work and experience that have sort of come together to points like this in a way, because I've spent years designing. I've spent years learning how to design. I've been messing around with Photoshop since I was 14, 15 years old, 27 now. So yeah, nearly half my life pretty much, coming up to half my life that I've been messing around with design programs. And nowadays I use Sketch and Figma to design stuff. From designing websites and things like that, you naturally just learn how to design icons. I've also spent years building an audience. I have a nice following on Twitter, I have over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and then I have my blog as well, which gets a few thousand views a day. So having that audience, it didn't happen overnight. It's something that I built over sort of years of work, over years of just getting people to trust and be interested in what I have to say, which is just bizarre in a way. But yeah, building an audience doesn't usually happen overnight unless you have some sort of viral success. It takes years of work. And again, I sort of just rode the wave of this trend of customizing your iPhone, customizing your icons and things like that. It's a trend that will definitely sort of just, go downhill again. It's just something that's become popular in the last few weeks as people have sort of just got into it, as iOS has brought it in. But yeah, I don't expect it to make this sort of money forever. It's just something that, I just wanted to hitch the trend and see if I could make something out of it. At the same time, I was taking a lot of risks. I spent a day making these icons. That day could have been spent doing something else that maybe helps my business or whatever else, helps my other businesses. So yeah, there's risk involved there as well for a lot of people. If you're spending a day making something, or spending weeks or months making something, and then you put it up for sale, or you expect a sort of response or something, and it doesn't get the response that you expect, it's unfortunately a failure. And I definitely know what that's like. You know, I've made products, I've started businesses that have failed for sure. And yeah, it's just part of doing business in general. You know, there's always a risk factor that you've got to consider. If you're a long time follower, you'll remember that I actually started my career in design by messing around with Android icons and making Android icons and selling them. So yeah, that's something I used to do years ago, and it's just funny seeing it come back full circle for iOS 14 and making icons for iOS. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below, because I want to make sure that you guys like these types of videos, and if it gets a good response, I'll continue making them. You know, I don't want to make videos that people don't want to watch, so yeah, I want to share my experiences and stuff. So make sure if you enjoyed it, leave a comment below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and thanks for watching.